Have you ever had a job where you suspected you were able to relate a little too well to your clients? I used to work as a social worker for a company that provided services to people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. One of my clients was a woman in her 40s who had been diagnosed with a mild intellectual disability. She had been receiving services from our company for many years, and I was assigned to be her case manager. As I got to know her, I realized that she was very intelligent and capable. She had a job, lived independently, and managed her own finances. However, she had been diagnosed with an intellectual disability as a child and had been placed in special education classes throughout her school years. I began to suspect that she may have been misdiagnosed. I talked to her about my concerns, and she agreed to undergo a reevaluation. After a series of tests, it was determined that she did not have an intellectual disability. She had a learning disability that had been misdiagnosed as an intellectual disability. As a result of the reevaluation, she was able to get out of the system and live her life without the stigma of having an intellectual disability. She was able to get a better job and was no longer receiving services from our company. This experience made me realize that I may have been misdiagnosed as well. I was diagnosed with a learning disability as a child and was placed in special education classes throughout my school years. I have always felt that I was capable of more than what was expected of me. After seeing what happened with my client, I decided to undergo a reevaluation myself. It turns out that I do not have a learning disability. I was misdiagnosed as a child, and it had affected my entire life. I was able to get out of the system and live my life without the stigma of having a learning disability.